I'm JG. Today we're going to talk about an individual that views the world through a victim lens robs themselves of the power to change their future. A victim lens is the view that you are the victim of society or the government or a group of people. Whether or not that's true is irrelevant. You have to take responsibility before anything can change. If you're just sitting there waiting for someone else to change something for you, whether it's giving you a great job or giving you a car or whatever it is that you think you deserve. Maybe you do deserve it, maybe you don't. The point is that as long as you are relying on someone else to fix your problems, it's not going to happen. Instead, you take responsibility, not fault. It might not be your fault, but you take responsibility. And that gives you the power to change things. For example, let's imagine that there is a company that makes widgets. There is an individual in this company that makes a lot of wrong decisions, and it costs the company millions of dollars. Well, he gets fired. You come in to replace him. Now, the problems he created are still there. Are you just going to let them sit there and not fix them? Or are you going to take responsibility for those problems and fix them? That's not your fault, obviously. It's the guy that got fired. But it's your responsibility to fix them. So responsibility and fault are not necessarily intertwined. The first thing you need to do is realize that you have a victim lens. A lot of people might not even realize it. If you hear yourself say, if only I had this, or if only they would help me, or if only I could go to school for free, or if only I made $15 an hour on minimum wage, or something like that, where you blame someone else, or you try to get someone else to take responsibility for your own success. You could be viewing the world from a victim lens. The second step is to realize that you don't have to have that view. If you keep that view, though, then you're limiting yourself because you're never going to take responsibility to improve your own situation. If you won't improve your own situation, then what makes you think someone else is going to improve it for you? Now, if you're one of those people that keep thinking, oh, if only I could get a break, if only our competition would give us a chance, if only our marketing would work one time, instead of viewing the world as a victim lens and thinking that other people or situations are holding you back, realize that sadly, only you are holding yourself back. There are truly victims in the world, and some of those victims have realized that until they decide not to be a victim, then they are bound in chains by their abusers. But when they decide that they will no longer be a victim, that's when they can move on and start to live their life again. You need to stop being a victim and start taking responsibility and move on with your life towards success. Warren Buffett said that the longer you remain a victim, the stronger the chains that bind you will become. And you won't even be aware of them because they're so light to the touch. They'll have you in their chains and they'll bind you. And when you finally go to break free, that's when you realize you have no power because you are a slave to your way of thinking. So break off the chains that are binding you. Find a new way to view the world. Stop thinking like a victim. Now, this isn't going to be an overnight change for most people, and that's totally fine. But start realizing when you are starting to think or see like a victim and decide that today you won't. Because until you do, you have no power to change your future. I'm JG.